ครับผม
อุ้ย
Hell, the world was standing alone. Side by side, step by step, we grew. Oh, across the miles, my heart chose you. Oh, through every road and every new lane, your love forever holds my hand. From LA skies to oceans blue, there's no
Pat and I were sitting in our bedroom in Bangkok when we heard a massive bang followed by what sounded like an explosion. We immediately ran to the window, and at first we did not know what we were looking at. A train was blocking much of our view, and thick black smoke was rising into the air. What we could see were two injured people lying in the street on the opposite side of the train. Later we learned they had been riding motorcycles and somehow ended up being thrown across the roadway during the impact. Seeing those injured victims immediately told us something serious had happened. Then the emergency vehicles started arriving. First a few police cars, then ambulances, then fire trucks, then more ambulances, and then more ambulances, and then more ambulances. There were at least 35 ambulances on the street. Within minutes, it seemed like every emergency responder in Bangkok was racing toward the scene. From our vantage point, we could see one side of what was happening because the train completely blocked our view of the other side. What we could see was fire. What we could see was smoke. What we could see were rescue crews rushing toward injured victims. But what we could not see was the city bus hidden behind the flames and smoke. At that moment, Pat and I thought there were probably a few injuries and that emergency crews would quickly get the situation under control. We had absolutely no idea how serious the accident really was. It was not until the smoke began to clear that we realized the train had collided with a passenger bus. As information started coming throughout the day, we learned the devastating truth. 8 people had lost their lives. More than 30 others had been injured. And what began as a loud bang outside our bedroom window had become one of Thailand's deadliest transportation accidents of the year. Over the next several days, Pat and I followed the story beyond the headlines and uncovered heartbreaking stories of loss, survival, and hope that most people never heard.
Well, I did not wait at all. I was driving and parked right here by the railroad tracks. Then after a while I was just parked there, I heard the sound pop twice.
Where did it come from? Where was the sound?
It hit me a pop over there. The first bang was like I hit another car, and the second bang was when I hit my car and my car swerved. Yes, for a moment I panicked. Then I turned and saw the train had swept the bus away.
Where
and
did
it
it sweep
caught
from and
fire.
to?
From here to there, my car was parked right
Okay,
here.
the
Yes.
train is coming from Pite Ryu.
Yes,
From
it was
Payet
coming this
Rio.
way.
Okay.
Right. And then I got out, and it turned out there was a person stuck under my car. It looked like their leg was broken. Okay. I also want to thank the person who was right there. They came to help me. Sorry, I'm still panicking. Yes, I got out of the car, and they said, hey, move it, so we can get the injured person out from under your car first. Yes,
Under the
that's
sedan.
right. I drive an Audi. And
Male
it
and
was a
female.
man.
Okay.
Yes, and as soon as I backed out, there were rescue vehicles or something like that came to pick up the injured person.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. And they helped clear the way, and my car is parked over there now. Yes.
And regarding the scene you saw where the train and the bus caught fire, what was it like? Did it flare up suddenly or
Actually, I have a clip of it. It's something like this.
did it burst into flames or did it catch fire gradually?
I turned to look, and it was already
just
on
swept it
fire.
all the way over
Yes,
there.
it just swept through. I was so lucky that my car swerved this way. Otherwise, I would have been swept up like that, and there was a car on fire too.
When you were parked there, were you stopped at a red light or were the crossing gates down?
Yes, no barriers coming down, none at all. I was stopped and heard the ding 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 sound, but the barrier hadn't lowered yet. Then after a moment, there was a bang, and my car was then flying.
And was the bus on your left side?
I don't know about that because as soon as it went bang, I knew my car had swerved, and then I looked over and the bus was already way over there.
Yes, so when you parked by the railway tracks, the red barrier gate had not come down yet.
The barrier didn't come down. It didn't come down. I confirmed the barrier.
You didn't see whether the train was coming or not.
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, yeah.
But did you see the bus?
Honestly, it was so fast. I have no idea what happened or how it all went down.
I think it's skidded. I think it's skidded this way. We might need to check the camera here. There is a camera here, and I have a dash cam too.
I had my own accident bus, and I was already shocked when I came across that. So I think
Yes. Honestly, I only realized what happened when I heard a bang and then another bang, and my car was already sliding. Then I got out to look and saw the train.
At that moment, were you able to get out to look or anything? When the fire started, was there anyone?
I got out because someone was stuck
And was
under
there a
my
fire
car.
on the bus?
I didn't even know about the bus. It was fire. It lit all the way over there.
Oh,
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Take
Yes,
care of yourself.
okay.
What is your name again?
My name is Alan, sir.
This one just arrived.
Which car is yours? May I ask?
The one that caught fire.
Oh, and how were you driving at that time? Could you tell me a little bit about it?
It was driving on the tracks and the train kept getting closer and closer.
At that time, the train was already coming. Did you hear the sound of the barrier?
No, Kato, I heard the barrier alarm. But the barrier hadn't come down yet. I heard the warning that a train was coming. But as I understand it, at this intersection, the train should stop first. Then the barrier should come down. And all the cars on the track should clear out before the train moves again.
So was your car on the tracks when it got stuck? This area is always so congested. Oh, I see.
Stuck? The car isn't moving at all. The car isn't moving at all.
Collision happen?
It hit the side. The bus hit it first.
Oh, so was the bus parked in front of you or what?
The bus was stopped. It has many lanes, right? The bus was stopped in the lane before.
Where was the bus parked?
The bus was stopped. I was in lane 1 and the bus was in lane 2.
And is that a track right there?
It is on the track.
Was the bus
straddling the track?
Yeah, the barrier could not come down. The car or the barrier hadn't even come down yet because it wouldn't let the train pass.
And then when it hit, did your car fly over here? And it wasn't on fire yet, right?
Not yet. I understand the fire likely started from the bus first. I am not sure though.
Yeah, wow. And how were you at that moment? I mean, how did you get out of the car?
If the door opens, get out immediately.
I got out right away. And how long did it take for the car to burn down?
I think it was no more than 10 minutes.
More than 10 minutes, it all burned down. Yes. At that moment, we were in the incident. We were on the bus. Did you see how many of them there were?
I didn't even look.
Was there anyone else check it out?
I didn't look at all. I just walked far away.
Right. So the bus was straddling the tracks, right? The train tracks. How are you feeling right now? Because this was such an unexpected event. From what you've seen, can you confirm how many vehicles have caught fire?
I don't know. I have no idea because I ran away first. But once the fire died down, I walked back in.
Yeah. Has anyone reached out to you yet? Yeah.
I have already contacted the insurance, but there is nothing. So we will have to go and withdraw it later.
Is there anything you would like to say about what happened?
It is nothing really. I suppose nobody wanted it to happen, but it already has.
Do you drive here often?
Not very often.
Let me ask you this. Was the bus moving at the time or was it stopped?
It stopped.
Was
Every car stopped
right?
because of the traffic.
Stopped right across the train tracks. Which bus route do you drive?
I think it was 2 or 3.
Oh, I am checking right now. Okay, I will have him wait at the scene. So to reiterate, the bus was stopped across the tracks and the train arrived at the same time. Which lane were you in? Lane 1. Lane 1.
Lane 1.
Oh, you were in lane 1 and the bus was in lane 2. Lane 2
buses.
Okay.
But I didn't see which lane the others were in because the buses were blocking everything.
What is your name?
Sunday, 44.
How old are you?
Arthur 42, are you the driver of the car nearby? Is this car damaged? Could you tell me what happened?
Are you the one? Yes, I am.
Much more dangerous.
Oh, it's already been told. That's enough.
Are you eating?
Oh. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Ready yet? Ready yet? Are you ready?
Okay, are you ready, Police Major? Based on the site visit, what have you been reported by the officers?
As of now, based on the reports received, there are a total of 8 fatalities. I would like to express my deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. Right now, police officers and forensic experts are in the process of identifying the victim to confirm their identities. This may take a little bit of time. At the same time, there are about 32 more people injured who are now spread out across various hospitals. We are currently having the Department of Land Transport help coordinate to track who the injured people are at each hospital. According to the initial reports, there are 2 people with serious injuries, some with moderate injuries, and others with minor injuries. We will continue to monitor and provide close care.
Could you elaborate, Minister, regarding the 8 lives? Were they in the bus or in other vehicles? And were all the injured people inside the bus or were they in the surrounding area?
What we can confirm is the 8 lives reported who were on the bus. They saw where they were seated, but now we have to see if there are any additional findings. As of the current report, there are 8. But regarding the injured, there are several cases and some agencies rescue team have already taken the injured to the hospital. In some cases, the members of the public saw what happened and took them to the hospital. Therefore, we cannot say that all the injured were on the bus. They may have been injured in this accident while they were in the nearby area.
As for the bus, are there any confirmed figures or can you say how many people were inside?
As I mentioned earlier, how many people were on the bus? Right now, we are having the BMTA check that because the driver passed away. The driver passed away at this moment. We have not found any other eyewitnesses yet, so we have to wait for the BMTA to report further.
What for the CCTV footage showing the bus look from the railway tracks before being hit by the train? What happened then? Why didn't the barrier come down?
And normally the railway crossing barriers should be lowered. Once the barriers are down, they signal that it is safe for vehicles to pass. If the barrier does not come down, the signal will not allow it and vehicles cannot pass. However, in this case, we see that the barrier could not come down. But as for why the train could not break in time, we are currently having the State Railway of Thailand. We will take the black box to examine the driver's behavior to see how fast they were driving and how they slowed down. We will know the cause later on. However, for other parts that we can proceed with, right now, everything that can serve as information for the police.
We have already had the State Railway of Thailand hand everything over to the police,
including the closed-circuit television footage they received from the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration.
The closed-circuit television cameras inside the booth of the person in charge of the crossing equipment have already been handed over to the police. We will wait and see the conclusion of what happened because we cannot make assumptions about an incident as serious as this. We must only report the facts.
As for the train, what is its braking distance based on the information from the State Railway?
This is a heavy vehicle. This is a heavy vehicle. This is a heavy truck. As I mentioned, I would like these details to be technical conclusions only. We do not yet know if the cause was the brakes or not, or if they were working or not. We do not know yet. Let us check the black box first.
It was an incident where the train approached, but the traffic light was red. Do the train and traffic systems normally coordinate with each other?
Normally, typically, the barrier should be able to lower. That is the main rule. Whether coordinated or not, the barrier must lower to provide a signal. But in this case, the barrier could not lower and the signal could not be given. Why did the vehicle crash into it?
That is why I must check the black box first.
So, how did it go?
Yes, well, I am here in the area to monitor the situation with Member of Parliament Sexit, the local representative. We are working as a team along with the City Councillors team as well. We have been monitoring the situation. Just a moment ago, I spoke with the Deputy Minister to follow up on various matters. First of all, I would like to express my condolences for the loss that has occurred because, this incident is something that should not have happened to anyone. People traveling on the road should have safety as a basic right. I would like to express my condolences to the family of the deceased. As for coming down to the area to monitor the situation, we are still in the process of gathering details regarding the actual root causes because in reality the factors leading to this incident are a combination of many things. I cannot point to just one single main cause. Therefore, there must have been several shortcomings that overlapped which led to this tragic event. And we are also following up on the compensation for those injured, including those with serious injuries, as well as the red, dark yellow, and green cases to see how that will be handled. Just a moment ago, I spoke with the Deputy Minister and he mentioned that the insurance company will provide coverage for both the injured passengers on the bus and those who were not on the bus but were affected while on the road nearby. I just asked the Deputy Minister a moment ago and he said the insurance company will take care of everything. We have also inquired about the situation management and the routes that are currently closed to traffic. He said that they are preparing to move and clear the route after the bodies of the victims have been recovered. We are currently monitoring the situation closely and regarding anything that the district councillor and the district as well as our district member of parliament team, Condolences, are helping to coordinate. We are ready and willing to fully cooperate.
This spot is where these incidents happen very often and people frequently violate traffic rules at the railway crossing. So will the members of parliament or anyone else implement measures or propose stricter laws after this?
Yes, and as for this route, we are well aware that it is a route that constantly has traffic problems and the traffic is backed up for miles. Stuck on the railway tracks, which means the barriers cannot function as they normally should. This is a systemic issue and we really need to have much stricter safety measures in place for control. If the barrier does not come down, what can be done to ensure the train knows it must stop? It should stop by default. Stop first to prioritize safety above all else. And for the next steps, I just discussed this with the Member of Parliament. I have already discussed this with Member of Parliament Sexit. In the next parliamentary session, the People's Party will use the Assembly as a platform to prioritize this safety issue first.
From the investigation of the area and the facts, do you see this incident as being caused by the train driver's negligence or was it an unavoidable accident?
I think we need to wait for clarity on what actually happened before we can decide whose fault it is. But just now, Member of Parliament Sexit, is there anything you would like to add regarding the next steps? I would like to invite Member of Parliament Sexit to provide some additional information.
Yes, for this area, it is located within the Ratchathpuri district. Actually, we are already well aware that this area has a significant problem with heavy traffic congestion. It is congested to the point where even after the light turns green and then red again, the cars still do not move. In reality, this type of situation already carries a high level of risk. We often see cases where a train is approaching, but cars are still stuck on the tracks. This is not just on this road, but also just a little further over on Ratchaprarop Road, which we already know is the route where the Orange Line SkyTrain is currently under construction, which can be called one of the routes that is paralyzed by traffic. Ilang has found becoming a social media trend, with people saying this route is extremely congested. Now we often see clips where the train has to stop to let vehicles pass first. Isn't previously, the district councillor has attempted to submit letters and coordinate with various agencies, whether it be the Orange Line Project, the Mass Rapid Transit Authority, or the local police station in the area to come and oversee and manage the traffic. Now, it is under a process where we are going to design together how we can manage the traffic on these roads, which already have a risk of long-term congestion due to the mass transit construction.
Minister and Minister of Interior, along with Mr. Siripong Angkasakulkiat. The Deputy Minister of Transport visited the injured at the hospital and spoke with the medical team and hospital executives about their care. The Prime Minister appeared quite concerned before taking the elevator with the medical team to visit the 6 out of 24 injured patients currently receiving treatment in the intensive care unit and regular wards. On this occasion, the Prime Minister, along with the Ministry of Transport, brought gift baskets, including flower baskets, fruit baskets, and healthy drink baskets to visit the injured. At the same time, representatives from insurance companies also joined the delegation today.
If we think about it quickly right now, or if we consider that if we want 100% safety to ensure this never happens again, whether there was negligence or not, we must look into it. Can we tunnel through here? Because this is an intersection, but we need to see how many such spots there are. There is an intersection here, the Nana intersection, before reaching Makasan. Now that this incident has occurred, I must provide guidelines to the State Railway of Thailand. We cannot rely solely on the discretion of station masters or signal operators because that is human.
Errors can happen at any time.
We will not accept the risk of human error. In any case, we must find a way to avoid this.
The Prime Minister also visited injured victims and held an urgent meeting with relevant agencies. He instructed the State Railway of Thailand and the Bangkok Mass Transit Authority to provide maximum compensation and support for both the injured and the families of those killed, while also focusing on mental and physical rehabilitation for survivors. Meanwhile, the Central Institute of Forensic Science says the process of identifying the victims is ongoing. Relatives have begun submitting DNA samples for comparison, and officials expect the identities of all victims to be confirmed by Tuesday, pending final verification by Makasan police investigators. The Rajatewi District Office is also asking relatives or close contacts of passengers on bus route 206 traveling between Bang Na and Bang Kam who are still unaccounted for to urgently contact authorities through the district office hotline, which can be reached at 0639187654.
I'm just praying that Mahal is not my aunt. I only glanced at it because I didn't think she would be there. But then I noticed it looked just like her and she has a shirt like that. So I contacted the person at the end of the alley and asked for the security footage because I wasn't sure if she left around 8 o'clock and it just looked so much like her. The friend she last spoke to said they heard her scream, then the signal cut off. It also coincides with her Facebook going offline at that exact moment. And up until now, nothing can be proven. I want the but get the direct bloodline to come and take a DNA test to prove whether it's true or not. I'm stressed and my older sister still can't accept what happened. We've been with her since we were kids and she was the pillar of the whole family. Everything belonged to her. If it's true, it's like a huge loss for our family as well.
He returned home on the 11th of April and he came back to work on the 16th, which makes it exactly 1 month.
And the incident happened exactly on the 16th.
because yesterday I was at home in Ubon and an SMS popped up saying it was at the scene of the incident. I tried calling but couldn't get through. A rescue worker found my younger sibling's phone and told me that they had been in an accident.
I am very exhausted because the journey was tiring.
After work, I called my younger brother around 1 in the afternoon. My youngest brother was going to the doctor for dialysis. By evening, I couldn't reach him. I saw in the news that it looked like it might be my sister, and I've been trying to reach her but couldn't. When I couldn't reach her, I was certain it was my sister. It's heartbreaking. No one could accept this. Facing a problem like this, I can't blame just one person. Both were careless. Neither side paid attention. If they were a bit more careful, it might be better. I want the government to help ensure the safety of all citizens so this doesn't happen often. It's unacceptable. It happened so fast. It was so sudden. My sister was a person who did good deeds. She was kind-hearted, whether near or far she would go to make merit. She was always doing good deeds.
Well, it depends. We are following the legal process. I thought it was safe. I never thought something like this would happen. I heard the news, but the rescue team has not called or contacted me yet. I knew my nephew. He lives in Bangkok, so he went to check the rental room a few times, but couldn't find my uncle. He contacted us, and then we saw the news, and his name was there. At first, we used to work with her too, but we have families now. We have families and have to stay home to raise our kids, so we didn't work with her anymore.
I use this route regularly.
Yes, I am Sergeant. My sister did not have a family.
Living in Bangkok,
she lived all by herself.
Family.
She would return home about once every year or two. She only went back if she had business there. She went back during what they call the 8th lunar month, around that time.
Viewers.
I took another way back, but somehow he ended up coming this way, and that's when he got hit. Yeah, and they said there were flashing lights by the barrier, like it was about to come down, but didn't. He probably thought the traffic was just backed up and the train would be stopped, but as soon as he drove through the gap, he was hit. He said it happened in a split second. The bus got hit, you see, it was struck, and then it swerved, hitting the right side. She was on the right side at the back of the bus, so she got hit. She is doing better now. Her right foot had 5 toes amputated, and on her left hand, the middle finger was severed at the joint, but the doctor reattached it. Oh, I really don't want to.
It was like riding a motorcycle and stopping right behind a bus, and as soon as I stopped, before I could even... So it was like the car was at a complete stop, and then I heard the sound of a train like hitting a bus, and then everything just went black. Her leg got stuck against a sedan, which caused her toes to have shattered bones. So she is currently undergoing treatment. And
seeing the barrier wasn't down, they followed the car through. Every agency came to help, and even the Prime Minister and the foundation staff came to visit.
The Prime Minister emphasized that we should provide full medical treatment and hopes the patient recovers as soon as possible, and for both sides to...
Seeing the news, I feel uneasy. I haven't seen much, and I haven't seen the injured people either.
She once had an accident. The green Pathanakan commuter train asked him. She was gone for a week, then she came back to work. Usually there is another regular person for the morning shift, but this time, it seems she didn't come.
At first I was shocked. Sitting on the bus, it looked familiar. Wait, that looks like our bus.
It sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Because I remember that for the first month we took
it rotates.
The morning shift drove, right? Once they finished, the afternoon shift took a vehicle. Sometimes the vehicle arrived when our father had already arrived. It was around 3 in the afternoon. He should have been back from the destination.
Before the incident happened, doesn't that mean he was about to return the vehicle?
Going to Mega, coming into Mega, it went to Bangkok, then it was released, reached the destination, and was heading back to the starting point to wait for another round.
Oh, so the incident happened first.
Before reaching the destination.
It's worrying, for our colleague.
Must be worried, yes.
Yeah.
Brought us closer each day. Side by side, step by step we grew. Across the miles, my heart chose you.